Yeah, so Binwoo is a Platinum 2 player. He mains the Irelia, he mains the Ornn, and he's a beast. So he'll be popping off in these games for sure.
Thanks,
Hyping you up, baby. Let's go. Hyping you up. Let's go. All right.
Wow, you're setting the expectation too high.
You win these? You win these? You win these? Commitment! I need some commitment from you, bro. I'm just joking. I'm not sure if you win.
Oh
It's really
my
close.
gosh.
But that was close.
I'm sweating. What the fuck?
Alright.
Well, not kinda it.
So yeah, so during these early stages, you can't really push out the Renekton, assuming they play properly. So you do have to just end up taking the L and backing off. But I do commend you. You did play really well. So what you did is your positioning was really good here. Even if you took that Q, that's fine in this case. Because by me walking up and queuing you, you notice how I queued my minions too, right? I got the wave pushing towards you. Normally, traditionally, a Renekton should be able to stack 3 waves and crash into you, right? And then dive you with his jungler, right? But in this case, I only stacked 2 waves because I pushed so fast, right, with my Q. So it's really good early on as Irelia if you take a Q to the face. That's fine. Don't take an auto to the face. If you're able to bait a Renekton to Q some of the minions and you at the same time, you got a huge dub. So if you're able to do that against a good Renekton player, make sure you do that so that they get a 2-wave crash and you're able to soak up some EXP instead of getting doped by the jungler on wave 3. So that's really good. Let's continue playing through this. Oh, I forgot to buy items. Make sure you buy items. So yeah, and essentially you're just trying to soak up whatever EXP you can. That was really good right there. Eing the minion so that you're able to not only get the last hit, but you hit me at the same time. So that was double the value. And you got an auto in. So right now you're playing very well as an Irelia in this matchup.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's continue playing. You get 2-wave crash, so you should be very happy here. Whatever I do here, you shouldn't mind too much. You get Q to the face, it's whatever. So right here is where your first mistake is. You shouldn't Q to this minion, unless you plan on all-inning me, but why would you all-in me, right? I have 50 Fury, right? So you should just auto that minion, and then wait for the next wave to come, where you have a bigger wave advantage. Because right there, you took a free W to the face, and a free tipped Q to the face. So for this one, imagine if you didn't take this trade here, you would definitely have won this 1v1. Obviously, I wouldn't have used my abilities, but your main objective here should have been to wait for the next wave to come, and then see how the lane state plays out. If I try to still push in the wave, then you're happy with that, right? You continue playing safe, let the wave come in, and just keep farming until you see a really good opportunity where I use a vital CD or I lose my stacks. Then you can look to Q onto 1 or 2 minions, maybe even a third one, then EE, right? To try to all in. But right there, you took free trade and you got punished for it. So right here, I'm not sure if you should commit. It's on you. Do you think you win this? I don't think you win this. I don't think you do. But in that case, I feel like you should just commit if you're already in that deep. But obviously, you shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. So here's the thing, all right? I like to always make this joke. You can't be like my ex-girlfriend. You need to commit, okay? If you're going to go in on a situation. So make sure if you do something, you do it to its fullest effect. Don't half pansy pussy out, okay? You go in and you stay in. That's the best way for me to put it. You like that
stay
one?
Stay in. Yeah.
All right.
And the battle continues.
You already know what's about to happen.
No.
Let's just leave that game. So, all right, let's so this one's a little bit skewed, but let's just watch it anyways. So
Yeah.
the main thing I want you to understand is be very mindful of when you put yourself into Renekton's auto attack range, because you saw what happens when you do, right? You get W to the face, maybe a Q, and then he backs off for free, right? In most cases. Fortunately, you landed your E there, so you're able to go in, but it seems like you still lost anyways when that happened. That was good auto. Are you not running bone plating?
No, I have magical footwear and biscuits.
You should run, if you're going to run into that, I think you should run biscuits, corrupting potion, and time warp tonic if you're gonna go into that tree. Unless because I feel like, sure, the boots is better like later, right? You get the 10 extra MS, but I feel like in solo queue having more survivability or even potential chances to cheese early kills is a lot more better, right? Because you're able to cheese early kills and influence the matchup and influence the rest of the solo queue game. I actually think in these 1v1s, even if you had time warp tonic, even with a potion with your D blade, right, or D shield, you would beat me. You would beat me 1v1 immediately. So I feel like you should be running that in your solo queue games instead of having more scaling runes.
Okay.
Alright, but anyways, you should have recognized right here to immediately level your Q because you win here, 100%. You know I started my Q, right? So I can't stun you. If you Q onto me here, auto, micro step auto, and then like keep microing forward, right? Micro, auto the Renekton, micro, auto. I think you actually just win straight up because you stack your Conquer way faster than I do because you have two abilities, right? You landed your E, 2 stacks. You queued onto my ass. Now you're at 4 stacks. You autoed me, 6 stacks. Micro, auto, 8, etc., right? Until you're 12. And you actually win here, surprisingly, until I reach level 2. So I only reached level 2 on this melee minion. So if you committed here, you would win. 100%.
Okay.
Maybe if I reach 2, it could be a different story. But I think if you commit, you will get 12 Conquer stacks faster than I do. Because right here, I was shook. I thought I was going to lose right here. Do you have Q right here or no?
I already used it to go on
You use it on me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty shook. I actually thought I was gonna lose there, and then obviously you match that with Time Warp Tonic too, right? Where you get a huge burst of HP from Time Warp Tonic, and movement speed. I'm pretty sure you win this 100%. So try those runes in this matchup again.
Okay.
So yeah, so for the first one, it was be mindful when you get into range of Renekton for free. That's the first 1v1. For the second 1v1. If your opponent ever makes a mistake and you reach 2 first, heavily focus on, again, you know, the 7th minion, right? You get level 2. Do that cheese. You should get 12 Conquer stacks first, allowing you to start healing immediately from the 12 Conquer stacks. And you'll win the 1v1, but you'll win it by like 10 HP, something like that, right? So obviously you take advantage of that. Push for the 12 Conquer stacks. Do proper micro where you're weaving auto attacks in between. And you should be fine to beat me in that case. So for the second 1v1, focus on the level 2. And then obviously the level 3, like if that matters, right? In that case. All right, let's hop into the next one. So far, very good. You're actually almost beating me without even proper runes, in my opinion. So that's really good.
I'm getting there.
And he's got the skin too. God damn.
Bitch, flash.
Okay, okay. That was very good.
If I was Niles, I'd call a jungler to dab you right now.
Call your jungler, yeah? Where's your jungler?
Maybe I can dab you actually.
You can. No, with your jungler. I don't think you can dive me by yourself, but you can try if you want.
Okay. Building up the wave.
Okay. You
Building up my
stacks.
stacks.
You have 2 biscuits.
There. Level
Nobody's in an
advantage.
awkward spot. Level advantage.
Fuck.
Way's too awkward. Maybe? Nah.
No.
Nah, you get stunned on the tower.
Fuck. I wanted to queue back to the other minion.
It was a valiant
All right.
effort though, for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, that was pretty good. To be honest, this 1v1 is over in the sense that you played really well. So let's just call it there.
Okay.
You won. I'm just gonna give it to you. That was good.
I could put it on my resume. Be 3-time collegiate champion in 1v1.
For sure. Yeah. Let's watch over that 1v1. So early on, you play this game. You beat me. I'm just gonna hand it to you. Okay. You played really well during this 1v1. So like early on here, you played back. You baited my Q in the sense that you didn't get hit by it, and I hit a ton of minions from it, right? So I only had a two-wave crash here instead. So this was really good. You're playing back. You got cold feet there. You should have committed. I need some commitment. So the reason why you're allowed to commit here is because you know I started Q, so it's not that strong, right? Even if I Q you. But if you don't know what I started, I could have started W, which could slap you for a ton of damage.
Yeah.
So in this
So
case,
I don't need
it's
to be
fine.
scared.
Yeah, it's fine to go here, hit that minion, get Q'd in the face by 50 Fury. That's fine because I still push the wave even faster, right? Because I'm hitting the minions at the same time. So and you get a minion, so it's fine to go there for that minion instead of cold feeding. Yo, Mimo Chill, thank you very much for the tier 1 subscription for 2 months. And Mythic NJA, thank you very much for the host. So yeah, so far, again, still doing really good. 2-wave crash. You are very happy as an Irelia in this situation. It was an awkward 2-wave crash, though, as you can see, right? Where it's not fully in yet. And you can still get dove by me and my jungler. But you are level 2 at least, right? You're not level 1. So you do have a lot more tools to work with if you do end up getting dove here by me and the jungler. And obviously I made a mistake. I clicked W, right? You said I ain't going in, and that's good. You didn't go in.
Yeah.
All right. I base here. I do a cheater TP reset. So this is something that my top laner talked about in his competitive games. He said normally you do a cheater reset here. You reset, you walk all the way back to lane, right? And you have TP advantage while the enemy top laner has to push you back. Something my top laner talked about was TPing back immediately because normally nothing happens in the 6 minutes of a comp league, so he'd rather immediately TP back and soak up the minion EXP. So this is something he does. You can try it if you want to in your solo games too. Here is where you made your first mistake, in my opinion. Don't TP on this minion. TP on the third, one of the last mage minions over here, because then you'll be a lot deeper. And then maybe you can do some Q here, dark technology where you have 2 stacks and then you start stacking up on me, right? Or if you want to be safe, TP to tower. That's fine too. But just don't TP so close to the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but TPing here is fine though, right?
Yes, TPing here is fine. The reason why you want to TP on the mage minions is because if I hit you on the mage minions, right? What are the other 3 mage minions gonna do? They're gonna smack me, right? But if you TP here and I hit you, and then you hit me, some of my minions are gonna hit you. So it's just like 40 damage difference, right? But you want every little advantage that you can get, especially if you're TPing into a lane where you're considered at a disadvantage.
Okay.
And then right here, as you can see, you got W'd. And yeah. And then you can argue, yes, I probably got the more favorable trade in that situation. And then naturally, this would be a bounce back, or your jungler would be here right now. So that's why I'm playing for real here. Obviously I know there's no jungler in this game, right? I would clear this wave, but I'm trying to play as realistic here as possible. I can't be playing aggressive here because your jungler's here, right? All you need to do is literally Q on one of these minions, EE. Your jungler comes in, I'm dead. So I'm playing pretty realistic here. Just walking up, just doing what I can, and you do a damn fantastic job here. I think the only thing you could have done better was auto this minion QQ. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Auto, Q, then Q. So that because this one's low enough, and that will give you an extra stack. Does that make sense? Going into the trade. And then you did a really good job of Wing because you knew I was gonna stun there. And right now, you know I don't have E. So this is really good. Beautiful, beautiful last auto. And at this point, in my opinion, you won the lane already. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, unfortunately, I did cheese you. I do have 3 potions. So yeah, and then you tried here, a
Alright,
valiant
high five.
effort. I queued into the wave on purpose here so that I can queue more minions for more heal. But I think I ended up missing you because of that. So let's see.
Yeah.
You go in because you're desperate here for it. I don't think I hit you with my Q actually. Do you think I hit you? I don't think I hit you. I think I did actually. I see the big
North
189 on IRELIA. But anyways, you won the lane here. Because you'd have your jungler here in a second. Or even if you didn't have your jungler, I still consider you won the lane. So good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you have any questions so far about any of the 1v1s that we ran so far?
Honestly, like, at what point would you have, like, say there was junglers, at what point would you have warded? Like, at what wave would you have warded?
I
And,
would have
like,
never
where?
warded for the first 3 waves ever. I would have 3-wave crashed and reset. You
Okay.
don't need to ever ward either because once I 3-wave crash reset you, you will build up a big wave. So even if you get ganked by the enemy jungler, you should win 1v2 with the big wave if you play it properly and get the proper amount of Qs during when the lane is pushing in, because you have a lot of minions, right? So all your minions will be smacking my minions. And if I try to gank you with my jungler through your big minion wave, you should have a ton of minions to queue to, right? So if you can queue one over here, auto one over here, and then queue it for 3 stacks, and then right when one of the enemy top laner or jungler hits you, and they start taking minion aggro, you double E them. And if you're able to hit both, now you can QQ to both of them, now you're at 5 stacks immediately. And then you slice them all down to death, right? With your big minion wave and your 12 Conquer stacks and 5 Irelia stacks. And then obviously if they don't do anything, you just push in the wave and reset, right? Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, at no point in time do you ever need to ward until like 5-6 minutes.